Welcome to this rapid local church learning session from United Methodist Communications that will help you identify new ways to increase giving in your local church through online platforms such as EZTithe and PayPal, and how to promote them to your church and community. No matter if your church has reopened for worship in person or you're still meeting virtually, adding online giving options will help your church increase giving. This video is part of a series of learning sessions that are aimed to help your church in using technology to connect with your congregation and community even when you're not able to be physically present with one another, which is timely for right now, but should also be helpful when churches can gather in person once again. We have all continued to learn many new ways to move the church forward through this season, and we hope that you will continue with some of these practices, like streaming your worship online or using Zoom to host small groups. These virtual spaces will help you keep the new connections that you have made with people tuning in from even other states or even your shut-ins that might worship alongside you on their computer or tablet, even after this pandemic is over. My name is Stephen Adair, and I'm the Director of Local Church Services at United Methodist Communications. And in today's learning session, I want to give you a couple examples of platforms that you can easily add into your church's giving strategy to increase financial gifts you receive. United Methodist Communications has been collecting research during the current pandemic, and one aspect we have been looking at is the giving trends in our local United Methodist churches. While many of our churches have reported that they have actually seen an increase in giving over the last few months, and I know that's not the case for everyone, I hope that the two platforms that we will look at might be helpful to you and your church in increasing your giving right now, and even in the future when churches begin meeting again in person. Now, some of you watching this may think that no one in your congregation will utilize these online giving platforms, so why waste the time and effort to set them up? And that's a valid question. However, as we all know, having cash and checks on hand is becoming less frequent, especially among younger generations, but even with our older generations as well. You might not have seen this change yet in your church, but why not provide alternative ways for people to give? On a personal note, the only reason I kept a checkbook for so long was so that I could write my weekly offering to my local United Methodist church. Once we added some other ways to give that didn't require me writing out a check each week, and I actually can't even remember the last time I wrote a check for something. I've also seen that many people in my local congregation have started using some of the online giving options across the generational spectrum. We have now provided an updated offering envelope in the pews that provides a space for people to check that they gave online, so each person can still participate in the physical act of the offering each Sunday. So there's so many options of online giving platforms you can choose from, like Tithely, Vanco, Kindred, and others. It might actually make it quite difficult to know where to start and what might be the best option for you and your local church. Now, I won't go into all of these. However, you can definitely continue researching, as each platform has different fees associated with them and big differences in the ease of use for your members to access and use them to give to your church. We saw that some platforms even charge $200 per month to use. But don't worry, the two that we will be sharing about during this quick learning session don't have monthly fees. So let's go ahead and jump into a couple options that you can add in your local church to increase giving. First, I want to tell you about EZTithe. There is no contracts, no monthly fees for small to medium-sized churches right now during the pandemic. This platform provides giving through text messaging, online giving, and a mobile app that your members can download on their phones or tablets to give through. You can even embed a giving form on your website. It also provides reporting of giving by person, by month, or even other filters to help you keep track. You can learn more about EZTithe at EZTithe.com. The best part about this platform is the no monthly fee promotion, where most giving apps or online giving platforms charge monthly fees. This platform does charge small fees for debit, credit cards, and ACH deposits, but I would say most, if not all, do that. The next platform I thought that might be helpful for local churches to utilize is PayPal. It's not focused exclusively on church giving like EZTithe is. However, many people already use it to shop online. So it might be an easy buy-in for people to also use something they are familiar with to give their tithes and offerings with. PayPal offers the ability to add a donate button on your church's website with the claim that you can be up and running in 15 minutes with no programming skills required. I'll let you be the judge of that. It also allows for recurring donations to specific programs, and provides an easy URL that people can access to donate, which is actually my favorite feature about it. My church, for example, has recently set up a PayPal account to receive donations. Our link for people to remember or for us to promote is paypal.me/GlendaleUMC. It's memorable and is branded with our church name. PayPal offers a discount on transaction rates when you confirm your 501c3 status as a nonprofit as well. There are no extra fees for setup or statements or withdrawals. PayPal also offers integration with other platforms like Donor Drive or Give Lively if your church already utilizes those. Now, this is just a quick overview of those two platforms, and you can find more information and set up your church's new accounts at their respective websites. Now that you have a basic understanding of these two possible platforms to add into your local church's giving strategy, it's important to share and promote all the ways that people can give to your church. Now, of course, it will be helpful to share all the ways people can give to your church in your church's bulletin, but most churches might not be passing those out anytime soon. If your church has a website, create a new page that has a friendly URL, easily memorable for people to remember to go to. On my local church's website, our giving page is glendaleumc.org/give. On this page, I have listed all the ways someone can financially support our church. Remember to include in that list that people can also mail a check to the church. That might sound silly to remind people, but it might help them stick that check in the mail. Make sure that someone who lives nearby, if it's not your pastor in a parsonage, is checking the mailbox daily, if it's not a secured mailbox. Add a note in all your promotion that it is checked every day so people feel comfortable sending in a check. Share the same information from your giving page or wherever you might have your giving information on your website. In your church's weekly emails, newsletters, texts that you might send out, or any other updates. The more often that they see this information and all the ways that they can give to your church, the more of a chance that they are to remember to give their gifts to support your church, especially while that weekly passing of the offering plate isn't occurring. You can also highlight one of the different ways each week or each month, depending on your communication, to better explain to your congregation how they can take advantage of each giving platform that is available to them. Well, I hope that this Rapid Local Church Learning Session has been helpful and has encouraged you and your church to take advantage of the new online giving platforms, especially ones that don't charge a monthly fee. There are so many giving platforms to look at, so I would encourage you to look around and explore all of your options. But these two might be a great place to start. This video will stay on the Resource UMC and United Methodist Communications Facebook pages, the United Methodist Church's YouTube channel, and at resourceumc.org in case you need to rewatch or reference the content shared here again.